guys, the Kitchen Fairy here with another recipe vlog for indorecipe.com. For today's recipe, it is Hungarian dessert called Kremes. It is like vanilla slice. Not quite, it's Kremes. So the feeling of Kremes is super close to Indonesian kue sus feeling, shupaf, and it's so nice. For the following recipe, if you like to make the cream of the Kremes taller, you would have to only use one piece of puff pastry sheet. But if you want it to make it flat like me, you can use 2 puff pastry sheet. Check out the full video and I'll see you soon again. Bye! So take out your butter puff pastry from the freezer and let it stand to room temperature, or you can let it stand in the fridge all night long, all room temperature on the counter for a couple of hours. And now we're gonna unroll this. Again, unroll, and we're just gonna flatten it a little with our rolling pin. Once rolled, place it onto a parchment lined baking pan, and you want it kind of pull up to the sides because when it's baked it's kind of shrinking a little, so you want it like over dangle. Now with a fork we're gonna poke holes all over the puff pastry sheet. We're gonna bake this for 25 to half hour on preheated 400 Fahrenheit, or at least until nicely brown, golden brown. Now sprinkle with tiny bit sugar before we bake it again on preheated 400 Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes until golden brown. Take out from oven, let it cool for about 1 or 2 minutes on the pan, and then we're gonna slice it with our pizza cutter, making squares like so, and set this to side. This will be your topping. So I have 6 large eggs here. We're gonna separate the yolk and the white into 2 separate bowls like so. Now we're gonna measure 200 milliliter of milk, whole milk. We're gonna add a little to our egg, just a little, and then pour the rest to our pot. We're gonna boil it. Before we boil the milk, we're gonna beat this egg white into foam. Till stiff form. Now set aside while we're gonna make or boil our milk. Add 1 teaspoon vanilla essence to the yolk and milk mixture. Again, this was only using a little bit of the milk, and we're gonna mix it until completely combined. Into the yolk we're gonna add about 60 grams of flour. Again, mix it until completely combined. So into the pot, our milk, 200 milliliter, and also 150 grams of sugar. So we're gonna melt this sugar in the milk until completely dissolve before we add in our yolk mixture. And you want to keep stirring this so it doesn't burn on the bottom, and you want to cook this on low medium heat until it's thickened and turn into custard. Now that it's thickened, we're gonna take it off from the heat and we're gonna mix in our egg white foam. And you want to mix this while it's still hot but off from the stove. Now we're gonna spread this onto our bottom layer. Just spread it nicely, covering the puff pastry, and then we're gonna leave it for 10 to 15 minutes and we're gonna top it with the other layer of puff pastry. Now we're gonna lift one of our skin and just place it on top of the cream and repeat with the other skin. Like so. Now we're gonna wrap it and chill it overnight or a couple of hours.